So for some of you who don't know, I am the illustrious Perry James, and you're watching Hashtag Truth with Scott Larson. Cut! Somebody get that Zuckerberg guy on the phone. We gotta get Larson shut down.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want to know. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want to know. Hashtag Truth Podcast. We're never alone.
What is the podcast that brings you the best interviews from the world of independent pro wrestling?
You are watching Hashtag Truth.
Join Scott Larson as he goes into the personal lives of some of the hottest up-and-coming wrestlers, as well as managers, referees, and promoters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Giving you something to invest in from the world of professional wrestling.
And that's the hashtag truth.
Yes, it is I. The rumors are not true. I am not dead. I am still alive. I am here. And this is Hashtag Truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been away for a couple of weeks. Had a little mouth surgery I had to get done. They took a bunch of teeth right here out of my mouth. I've got all kinds of infection in my mouth. And I'm going in again this Tuesday and getting a bunch of them pulled down here on the bottom over here. And let me tell you, it was not a fun time. They shot me like 15 to 20 times with that numbing agent. And I was so infected in my mouth that the infection was eating the numbing agent. It was not a comfortable. To say I was crying in that chair would be an understatement. But they finally got the teeth pulled that they needed pulled. And I'm going in for a second round this Tuesday. Robert said, praise the Lord. How are you, Scott? I'm doing better, man. I'm doing better. Tuesday I go in, like I said, I get the rest of these really bad infected teeth pulled. They can only, it took 2 hours for them to pull the ones that they had before. And it's going to take them another 2 Tuesday morning to pull the rest. So it's going to be one heck of a time. But let me tell you what we're going to do tonight. We're going to just sit here. We're going to have a talk. We're going to talk wrestling, anything you guys want to talk about. I've got a couple of guests I'm going to bring on the show tonight. It's going to be a really loose show. If you are a wrestler, a promoter, or anybody who wants to come on Hashtag Truth, tonight is your moment. If you want to come on and promote an upcoming show, let me know. I'll send you the link. You can jump right on the show with us tonight. You can tell us all about it. I've got a bunch of posters I'm going to show from local shows. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be at 3 shows next weekend. So this coming weekend and the following weekend. Let me put it that way. So people always say I don't show up to shows. Well, I'm going to be at 3 shows in a couple of weeks. So there you go. I'm slowly spreading out as I get my health better, and I hope everybody enjoys that. But I'm going to go ahead and send these invites real quick to my guests that I'm going to be bringing on. I hope you guys are having a great night. Let me go ahead and do this and this. There's 1. There's 2. All right. They are sent. As soon as one of them pops up, I will have them come up. One's going to be a wrestler, going to be coming on and promoting a show coming up next weekend. And another one is a good friend of mine who has written a series of books, 3 books, and he's going to come on here, and we're going to talk about those books. So it's going to be a little bit outside of wrestling for the one, but he's a really good friend of mine, and I promised him I would help promote his books. But while we got a little bit of time, how's everybody doing, man? I see we got a few people watching. Somebody say hi to me out there. Let me know you guys are hearing me okay, that my mic is working right. I would greatly appreciate that. If you guys have any questions about what's been going on with me over the last couple of weeks, my life's an open book. I have no problems answering any questions or anything like that. If you guys are listening out there and you want to promote a show, if you guys are going to a show this weekend, let me know. Send me a poster and let me know what you guys are going to be doing. Oh boy, we're starting to get somebody coming in. Not all the way yet, but he's trying. Some reason he does not have his I can't see him, so unfortunately. Wait a minute. We might. Oh, there we go. We have liftoff, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, it's the one and only Ben Wright. How are you doing, sir?
Scott, I can't hear you, buddy.
You can't hear me at all? Oh, what is going on with my stuff, man? This is killing me. Can you hear me now? Wait a minute. What is going on with my stuff? Testing. It says it's working. I don't know what it is.
Scott.
You still can't hear me? Nope.
Can't hear you.
If you're watching the show, can you please let me know if you hear me? If you don't hear me, I need to start the show over and find out what's going on, because everything on my end is saying that this is working. So let me know if you hear me out there. There's a couple people watching. Let me know in the comments if you hear my voice. If you hear me, write it in the comments. Let me know. I don't know how to sign language that. Apparently people can't hear me. So can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I was wondering what was going on. All right. Here's Ben Wright, ladies and gentlemen. He is of the tag team. Dusty, you're in a tag team with Dusty Money.
Yeah.
At HWA, and something happened out at HWA. Tell us all about it, man.
OVR, the bigger, no, the midget one. Yeah, the midget. I can't, he's the smaller one, but he's funny. And I'll give him that. He's funny. He came up to Dustin running his mouth, and Dustin, well, Gator don't play that. You know what I'm saying? And he smacked him in the mouth. And now my best friend gets suspended because of it. Why would you suspend my best friend Gene Perry for standing up for himself to a bully?
Now wait a minute. Was the other guy a referee, or was he in a wrestling capacity?
No, all this happened in the locker room.
Oh, in the locker. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they decided to come into our locker room, and try to be Mr. Funny Guy, and he got smacked for it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so OVR came in messing with you two, and Dusty
Dustin handled business.
Dusty handled business.
Yeah, I was in the shower. I just heard a commotion. I come out the shower. There's Dusty smacking the midget around, Lord Farquaad.
I love it. The midget. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm trying. For some reason his name is blanking out in my head too. I know it's oh my gosh, I can't even think of either one of their names right now. Brew Capone said, "Hey, how I hear you. Thank you very much." Mike Mathis says, "I hear you." It was on Ben's side. He fixed it. He knew what to do. Go out and come back in. Joseph Burns said, "Good to see you up and about." Thank you guys very much. We're here to talk about HWA. I'm going to show the poster real quick. HWA Heritage Alliance, Saturday, June 15th, this Saturday. Admission is $5 at the door. Kids 10 and under get in free. It's cash only, so make sure you bring a cash and not a card. 217 Gilkey School Road, Rutherford, North Carolina. Doors open 6:30. Bell time is 7:30. A lot of great matches. Now, you are going to be there, though, even though Dusty can't, right? Oh, we lost him again. I love being live. Don't you guys love it when live shows have problems? I do. I really do. Well, apparently OVR. Here we go.
I don't know what keeps happening. Yes, I will be at the show.
Okay.
June 15th. Because Gene Perry sent me an email talking about, even though that your partner is suspended for the week, I have a very special treat for you. Someone who's going to be returning to HWA, and they're going to shut your mouth. That's highly unlikely.
Yeah, I don't think many people can shut your mouth. That's
Mm-mm.
they would
Can't
have
do
to throw it shut.
But I mean, the whole point of this show, is I play two roles at HWA. I can't get into the other role that I play, but it's fine. But I mean, you look at the scenarios. You got me versus this mystery guy. That's going to be fun. You got Big Country versus Vinny Valentine, belt versus belt.
Champion versus champion, correct?
HWA heavyweight champion, a very good champion in my opinion, versus Vinny Valentine, who is a good talent. Personally, don't like the guy. It is what it is, but he's still a good talent to have.
I can't remember the name of the title, but it's like a 24/7 title that
It's
he has.
the Level Up Champion.
Yeah, Level Up Championship. That's it. It's a 24/7 championship.
24/7 rules, 365 days, and the fact that he's held it this long without losing it it's pretty damn good.
Now that belt, apparently, Vinny and Big Country had a match last show, and that belt got involved because, like, it's a 24/7 belt, so anybody can pin Vinny at any time, even during a match.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I've had it happen to me in matches whenever I had that belt.
That's the fun. That's kind of the fun of the belt. But when you're an opposing wrestler going up against that guy, it kind of makes you mad because then it just takes everything away from your match. So I could see why Big Country was upset. And then Gene Perry again turns around and gives him another shot, and that of course upsetted the champion too. But your partner not being there. I know you got to be mad going into this match, no matter who it is. Are you going to take out all your frustrations on him?
Probably. I mean, it's just, no, not really, because it's not the guy's fault. It's more so Gene Perry's fault and the lack of management skills that this guy has. I mean, let's just face it.
Right.
Your lack of management has led to a 400-pound juiced up Warhammer getting suspended over hitting a referee.
Right.
And then you suspend my partner because he stood up for himself. That's
right.
Like, you're not allowed to defend yourself anymore.
That is great. Bruce said that's BS. Gene Perry getting suspended, I call BS. It wasn't Gene Perry that got suspended. Gene Perry suspended Dusty Money, Brew. That's what happened.
Yeah, because he's a damn cheater.
Alexander Polk said, "What's up? What's going on, Alexander? My NASCAR guy."
And then, NASCAR ain't going to be the same ever since Kevin Harvick retired. But that's beside the point.
I got you.
Scott, we talked about Big Country and Vinny Valentine. You got Nick Fury versus Myrick Moore. That's going to be a slobber knocker, beat down, drag out fight.
And Myrick Moore is now in a faction with Dominic Wolf.
Yeah, and that can play a very big part because let me tell you something. I've been in the ring with Dominic Wolf. And whenever I tell you this guy is freaky strong, even though he don't look it, I mean, wow. I mean,
let's say it the right way, though. The Mid-Atlantic champion, Dominic Wolf. He is the new Mid-Atlantic champion.
No, I didn't even pay that no attention. But and then on the other hand, you got the old school versus OVR for the HWA tag team titles.
That's going to be a good match. Old school still has the championships. They won them off of OVR. They've defended them quite a few times, and now OVR has won enough times to get back to get a championship shot again. I can't pick a winner in that one.
Beat
Ben.
everybody, but here's the ordeal with that whole scenario yet again is Gene Perry's got a personal vendetta against me and my partner for the simple fact we haven't lost a match since we became a tag team up there. And yet again, where's our title shot?
There's a
Oh, that's
couple
right.
of times, man. There's a couple of times where you got you. I remember one specific time now where you got counted out. You lost.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the time that you pulled your partner out of the ring after he got. I believe it was the Furies who were fighting against you.
So
And
so
you
let me
pulled
get
your
this
partner
straight,
out.
Scott. You're standing up for two cheating individuals like Nick Fury and Luke Fury,
Oh, I didn't.
who, by the way, was cheating the entire match. I mean, they was pulling Dusty Money's hair, hitting him in the gonads, pulling my hair. I mean, I just don't appreciate it. So I got my partner out of a bullying situation, and yet again, nothing was done about it.
I got you, brother. I got you. I hear you. I can't say I agree with you, but I hear you. I was there for that match. I was front row for that match, and I
Well, then
saw
you've seen them cheating, Scott. Just tell the truth.
No, I saw it a little bit different. I saw you guys ducking and running, but that's okay. If that's your story and you're sticking to it, I guess.
Potato.
That's it. There you go. Without a doubt. So,
But I got a little surprise for who you are and old school. That's all I'm going to say about that.
okay.
Because remember, me and Dusty still have a trophy, and because we're best friends, technically I could use that trophy if I wanted to.
Joseph trying to be funny now. He says Scott doesn't understand hair pulls. Yeah, I have just enough to that you can pull. But yeah, I got you.
And pulling hair hurts, Scott. It hurts, and I'm pretty mentally.
Ben Wright is out traveling, ladies and gentlemen. He hit a bad spot in the road where his internet isn't working correctly. We're gonna wait for him to come pop back in, and then I'll ask him what he said. He can repeat it again. Hopefully we don't lose him. We are having bad weather in our area. It was just storming and raining really hard here. So if the show does go out all of a sudden, that is why. So go ahead and repeat yourself because we didn't hear that. You hit a bad spot, Ben. Say it again.
I said that I don't appreciate my hair being pulled and being bullied. I'm a human being, and I should be treated as such.
And you never do stuff like that in a match, right?
No, sir. I'm an honest, hardworking individual. I would never kick anybody in the gonads. I would never hit anybody with a pair of brass knuckles. I would never pull anybody's hair.
You or your partner, right? Because you guys are such great guys.
We are. Our tag team name should be the Great Guys, honestly, because we're so nice to people. Only thing we do.
Okay, well, here's Luke Fury saying, "What's up, Scott?" Tell Luke what you just said a while ago about him and his dad cheating against you during your match with them, and that's why you're still.
Yeah. Since Luke's on here now, all the damn cheating you and your father was doing, pulling my hair, pulling Dusty Money's hair, kicking us in the gonads, twisting our nipples. It's just, come on, man. Y'all had rubber bands on your hands, rubbing them up and down our arms, pulling our arm hair. You bunch of damn cheaters.
Oh my!
And we don't appreciate
it. That is too funny. I'm
glad that my pain and my partner's pain amuses you, but I don't feel it's funny. I feel like both of them should be locked up and thrown away with the key.
Luke said, "What's up, Scott? What's up, buddy, man?" He said, "Brother, you ain't had hair, Ben, since 07. How can we be pulling your hair?"
I got hair.
Where?
I have beautiful, gorgeous hair, and you pulled it, so I went and cut it off.
Oh, is that what?
So I couldn't be bullied no more.
Oh, okay. I
That's
see.
right. Yeah.
You got the answer for everything, right?
Hey, I'm just trying to let you know, Scott, I went and shaved my head so cheaters like Luke Fury could never pull my hair again.
I got you, man. We're going to show the poster again. It's HWA Pro Wrestling. It's going to be this weekend, this Saturday. Doors open 6:30, bell time 7:30. $5 at the door. Kids 10 and under free. 217 Gilkey School Road. And as you're talking, let's have some fun.
Yeah,
Dude,
let's have
look,
some fun.
no,
Because
no,
here,
no,
let's
hold
talk
on,
about
hold on,
Luke
hold on.
Fury right quick.
Listen,
Let's
dude,
go ahead and talk
listen.
about how Kilgore is going to destroy Luke
Dude,
Fury
listen. Can we talk
this
about
week.
something? Okay, listen. If you'd shut up for a minute, we could talk. Listen, I'm
That
here. I'm
big
here
ass
conducting.
nose
Listen,
guy.
I'm here conducting real big boy business in Tennessee for School of Morton. So I didn't even know you were on this little message board talking all that crap. But look. We can settle this in the ring. I'll be at HWA, but look, I got to take on Kilgore first. If you want some after that, then let me know. We can do it.
Luke, see, I think you fell and hit your head. I really do, because the fact that you're sitting here talking about that you can beat me, it's just baffling. Okay,
Definitely.
you're a real funny guy, but what you
I
need to do,
think,
you
I
need to
think
go
it's really
home. You
got
need to eat. Shut up, Scott.
to-
You need to go home. You need to say your prayers and eat cheesy poofs, and then come holler at me. Okay?
Listen. Excuse me, but listen, I can eat my vitamins, not the cheesy puffs, and dude, I can take you on and quite frankly whoop your ass any day of the week. So
Now, Luke Fury, I have to ask you a question because I was front row for this match between Dusty and him against you and your dad,
And seen the cheating.
I could have swore at the end of the match, you two hit frog splashes onto Dusty Money, and Ben there pulled his partner out, and they ran and cut tail. They put their tail between their legs and ran.
That's because Luke had a pair of brass knuckles, and he was getting ready to hit Dusty Money in the face with them.
Yeah, totally, Scott. Do you hear this jabroni speaking this garbage right now?
All right, well, we're going to settle this later on, Luke. I'm going to get off this phone before I lose my ever-loving mind, and I'm going to see you Saturday, and I'm going to smack you right in the mouth, little boy.
Okay, brother. We'll see then. We'll see. Look, I'm gonna go back to conducting big boy business here in School of Morton in Chuckey, Tennessee. Matter of fact,
all right,
Scott,
man, you go in there, man. Let me know how it goes up there at Chuckey, Tennessee. 505 Live, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Fury.
Can I show you one thing? Am I allowed to, wait, can I flip my camera around on this? I don't think I can.
You can if you want.
Hey, listen, when I go in here, don't trip because the music is all not copyrighted. Like, it's not like like they had to do it because they run on YouTube too. So you're not going to get copyrighted for this.
I'm not sweating that. Oh, we're going to get an exclusive look at 505 Live. Check this out, guys.
Hold on, look. Here we go. Hold on. The action's right now.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. 505 Live up in Tennessee. Luke Fury is in the house.
Let me run back outside so I can hear you. But what'd you say, Scott?
I said 505 Live going on right there in Tennessee, and Luke Fury is in the house.
Yes, sir.
So who are you facing tonight, Luke?
I went up against Brandon Moore. I don't know if you know who that is, but we had a match earlier, and it was a very good match. I came out, of course, on top with the W, but we'll see.
There you go, man. I love it. I love it. Missy said, hey, Luke. Ben Wolf said Luke Fury would beat, when Ben was still on, he said Luke Fury would beat you 1, 2, 3.
Hey, guys, and let me say something
Ben Wolf said, hey, to me. So, yeah, you go out there. You do your thing, man. I appreciate you dropping by. My next guest is already here. So, thanks a lot, Luke. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you, man. I'll see you guys later, man.
No problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody. Hello, Missy. As I see Missy Childers is here. Ben Wolf is here. Joseph Barnes is here. Man, Brew was here for a little while. Robert Brown checked in. We're having a great time tonight. But right now, let me bring on a good friend of mine who is a writer. We're just going to bring him right on, and we're going to have him talk. Oh, I forgot to put the names up there. Why don't we do that? I don't know why I didn't do that. There we go. Mr. Alex, I call him Alex. Alex Cloninger. His real name is Charles. He is a writer. Tell us all about your books, man. If somebody was to walk up to you and didn't know you were an author, what would you say to them to get them to read your book?
I have this really great book you need to check out. It's called Hometown Justice. It's a series. It's not just one book. Each book has a different subtitle. The first one being Hometown Justice Homecoming, and it details the adventures of former Marine Gunnery Sergeant Alexander Graham Ruler as he sets about cleaning up his hometown.
And I believe, let me see, I believe I do have the Homecoming's the first one, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, this one is Homecoming. Let me put us up here so we can both see it at the same time. Homecoming. You can find this, as you can see right here. We took this right off of Amazon. You can go on Amazon. It's $9 for the paperback. And tell us about the cover, because you did something that was kind of cool. This is a fictional book, but it's actually a real life town. Tell us about that.
Correct. The town that the book series takes place in is Polkville, North Carolina, which is where I'm originally from. My family all lives up there in the upper part of Cleveland County, North Carolina. But I took creative liberties with the town and changed some things to make it fit the story, and added things to it that doesn't necessarily exist. And I also took some things out of it that does exist. There's a gas station / mechanic shop in the story that does not exist in real life, but it's there in the story, and it's based on a real life place in the town. DeReese's mechanic shop became DeReese's Gas and Go in my story.
And I've read this first book. I haven't been able to read your second book yet, but I have read this book. Ladies and gentlemen, this book is, once you get into like halfway through the first chapter, you're not going to want to set it down. Let me tell you, it is really good. He is very descriptive. I'm telling you, while you're reading this, you're going to imagine it in your mind, because I did. I could see it happening in my mind as I was reading it. And that's when you know you got a good book.
One of my reviews on Amazon, a guy read it and said it was like what would happen if Dragon Ball Z had been written by a redneck. That's the exact description that was given.
Now that I would take as a compliment, sir. I really would.
A compliment, because I'm a huge fan. My wife, when she was reading the first book and the second book and the third book, because the third book is getting ready to be released to the public, she is able to pinpoint what I'm watching at the time that I'm writing certain scenes. And she's catching all these little Easter eggs of what is going on at the time I'm typing. So she's having fun with it. So for everybody out there, when you're reading the book, there's thousands of Easter eggs littered through each of the books.
Give us a quick synopsis of what the book is about. It's about a Marine an ex-Marine, correct?
Correct. Alexander Graham Ruler is a gunnery sergeant Marine. He was discharged from the service because he disobeyed orders. It was an honorable discharge because he saved lives in the act of disobeying orders, but he was discharged. So he decides to go home, and he plans to relax and just fade away and live a peaceful life. Well, fate has other plans for him. He comes across Tommy Leons, and Tommy Leons is a drug dealer, and his brand of business does not mesh well with Alex's plans, and that sets up the conflict. Book one.
Now, we spoke about this a while back when you first brought out the book, and if memory serves me correctly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of these characters that are in the book, you took real life people and gave it their personalities, correct?
Bingo. A lot of people are in the books by first name, but if the character in the book does something out of character for the person, I change the names entirely. There is a character, I'll go ahead and give him a shout out. His name is Michael Long. He's a friend of mine from high school. He's a prominent character in book one as Scooter. He owns El Rancho del Scooter in the book.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. Unless you have anything else to say about Homecoming, we're gonna move on to Rebellion.
The only thing I can say about Homecoming, when you get to the ending, be sure you have book two ready to pick up, because it picks up 3 days after the end of book one.
Oh, nice. I love that. And now we go right into Rebellion, which is book 2. And there is going to be a third book. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are already 3 books behind if you start today. So,
book 2 is very special to me for the simple fact that 2 of Hashtag Truth's very own wrestlers that have been featured prominently are featured in book 2. There's a fantasy booking between Big Country and Cade Seidel.
Nice.
There's a big match in there. I got permission from both of them to use the characters. They both signed on for it. It was like a dream come true for me to be able to write this. So I hope I did both of them justice in the book. I've yet to get the copies to the superstars because I promised them both copies. But as soon as I get a chance to get it to them, I plan on getting it to them.
Make sure this is correct, because again, I haven't read this one. the main character goes to a wrestling show, and one of the matches he's watching is Big Country versus Cade Seidel in the ring.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh man, I love it. I love it. So does the storyline evolve around the wrestling show, or is it just somewhere where he happens to be looking for clues about something?
It's just somewhere he happens to be. It's I think, if I'm not mistaken, I am on book 4 now. It was a honorary meeting where they gave him an award for his service in the military. The company did, and they invited him to be a special guest. He got to be a special guest ring announcer and was given an award for his service.
Awesome.
And I just sort of weaved that in and made a whole chapter dedicated to the Big Country versus Cade Seidel match, because I'm big fans of both of them. I also happen to be really good friends with both of them, so I felt it was a way to honor them and their work, their sacrifices they make for us fans, by including them in my work.
There you go. And what is the third book called, and when is it coming out?
The third book is called Aftermath, and it releases next week. I'm making the edits now, and this is the cover for it right here.
Oh, nice. Now, those are actual pictures of your hometown, correct?
Yes, sir. The first book has Town Hall on the front of it. The second book has the old mill water tower on the front of it. And then this one it's supposed to be a martial arts tournament, but it's actually an aerial shot of Pokeville Rodeo.
Okay, I got you. And I'm gonna put a little something out there, because me and you are working on alternate covers too. So
Sir. Yes, sir.
I am gonna put that out there.
I reached out to Scott. My agent told me that I needed to get better covers, because I designed these covers myself, and he told me they just didn't pop enough to make sales. And I think personally the first book did very well, considering I sold over 200 copies of it with my own handmade cover.
And it was basically word of mouth. You were the only advertising, right?
Right. I've done all the advertisement, sharing on Facebook, coming on #Truth. You helped a lot, because most of my sales came from outside North Carolina that weren't family.
Nice.
So that's another reason when you posted earlier today about who wants to come on #Truth, I jumped at the chance. But
always, man. Hey, when book 3 comes out, we'll do a whole show right on book 3, man. I have no problem with that.
But so I reached out to you and asked you, hey, if you know anybody that does graphic design, because I've seen your work firsthand, and you were like, yeah, I can do something. So we're waiting to see what you can come up with.
I am working on it. I'm almost done with the first one, but again, it's copyright things. I have to make sure that whatever I'm putting on there is not copyrighted and stuff like that. That's the only hang up I've got. And then I'll be sending you some stuff in a couple of days. Here, we're doing our business right over #Truth. I love it. But yeah. But yeah, I will be sending it to you. I have an idea. I'll be pitching a couple of ideas and showing you some covers, and whichever one you like, we'll go with that one. But yeah, what is the third one called again? I forgot.
Hometown Justice Aftermath. And it
so they're all Hometown Justice, but they all have a word that comes after that tells which book is which.
And the first 3 that are released are all one singular storyline, and it's going to wrap up in Aftermath. And then book 4 in the series is going to start a whole other storyline. It introduces another villain, and so forth and so on. I actually have plans to feature.
Here's a question that I have for you. Just a suggestion. If it's going to be a series like that, why don't you put at the bottom of the cover? And this is an idea that, you can say yes or no, but have book 1 at the bottom, book 2 at the bottom of the second one, book 3, and inside the maybe have the other books listed as, you know what I'm saying?
That's the plan. I get what you're saying. They are not numbered yet.
Okay.
I'm hoping with you redesigning the covers, we can add that feature onto it, because Amazon doesn't give you the option to do that. The only thing they give you an option to do is when I release 3 books in the same series, I can sell them as a set.
I got you. So I will definitely make sure it says book 1, book 2, book 3, because, being homecoming, and then, the 3 words, what were they?
Rebellion.
And rebellion. Right. So, that way, because it's hard to know which one is the first one. If somebody were to pick up your 3 books and not know, they could read book 3 before book 1, and then nothing would make sense.
Right. That's actually one of my favorite authors, K.A. Applegate. She wrote the Animorph series.
Right.
My parents bought me the book number 15, actually, in her series because they weren't numbered at the time, back when I was in the 3rd grade. So I read book 15 and had no idea what was going on. And I had to go back and buy the other 14 books to figure out what was going on to that point.
If you ever, they made a movie of it now, it's on Prime Video, but Wheel of Time, I think it has like 20 books or something. It's got a whole list of books. And if you pick up one that's not the first one, you are, let me tell you, you are lost. Because these books are like 600 pages, you know.
I aspire to be that way. Eventually, I'm currently working on a secondary series set in the same universe as Hometown Justice with a co-author. More details on that as it comes down the pipeline, but as of right now, all I can say is the main character of that secondary series is introduced in Hometown Justice Aftermath.
Okay. Sounds like a winner, man. Sounds like a winner. So there you go, guys. Go to Amazon. We'll go ahead and show them again real quick before you leave. Put you back up here. Go to Amazon. Hometown Justice Homecoming and Hometown Justice Rebellion are on sale now, and he's bringing out his 3rd book. We will be revealing that on the date that he can put it out. There it is. So all 3 of them, the 3rd one will be out shortly, and we will definitely get it. We will have you on Hashtag Truth for the reveal of the 3rd book, man, for the opening.
And Hashtag Truth's going to get the first link to Aftermath as soon as it releases.
Sweet. I love that. I love that. So thank you very much for coming on, Alex, man. I appreciate you telling us about your books, man. I hope they sell well. Again, go to Amazon, look up Charles Cloninger, or look up
Hometown Justice.
Yep, or look up Hometown Justice, and it'll pop right up, either one. So,
all right. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Much love, buddy.
All right, man. There you go, man. Alex Cloninger, he's writing some books. I read the first one. It's very good, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't lie to you. It was one of those that he writes in a great style where you can envision it in your mind. I know there's a lot of great writers like that. Stephen King's like that. There's a lot of other writers, but I could follow his book. It wasn't, in other words, what I'm saying is it wasn't hard to follow. Okay. And you don't need a full military, you know, he's got a military character, but it's not so militaristic that if you're not in the military, you won't understand it. You know what I mean? It's a very good story. So I'm having a great time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get out of here. But before we do, I want to show everybody the shows that are coming up in our area. If you have another poster that you would like to give to Hashtag Truth for a show that you're going to be at or a show that's coming up soon, please send it to me and I'll be sure to put it up there. But we're going to go through these posters right quick before I end the night. Thank you, everybody who came on and wished me well. I'm going to have a Hashtag Truth tomorrow. We're going to have a great referee on. We're going to talk to him the whole hour and talk about his refereeing career, and I'm very excited about that. And then Tuesday, I go back in for another mouth surgery, and all of the rest of the week, I'll be off. The following week after that, I will start we'll start having shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just like the normal schedule. I do not miss these. So if you could send me the poster, I will be more than happy to put it up. No problem. Have you or Luke send it to me, and I will put it up. No problem. So let's go ahead and start these, and we'll get to Wrestling to Christ when I get it. See No Evil Wrestling. A Storm is Coming, June 22nd. Doors open 4, bell time 5, general admission $10. It's going to be at the Gastonia, North Carolina VFW. You don't want to miss that. A lot of great action. We're going to have a SNU podcast on the 20th. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be all about that show and every match that's going to be in it. We're going to have Cowboy Bob and me going over all that. You don't want to miss that. Ivan Righteous might be there. I don't know if he is or he isn't. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, But if he isn't, I know me and Cowboy Bob are definitely going to be there. We were talking earlier about HWA, Heritage Pro Wrestling. Oh, and by the way, I will be at the SNEW event. Hashtag Truth will be there. And I will be at HWA this Saturday at 217 Gilkey School Road, Rutherford, North Carolina. Admission $5 at the door. Doors open 6:30, bell time 7:30. It's going to be a great show out there. We talked about a lot of the matches with Ben Wright. Also, NAWA is going to have a free show Friday, June 14th in Charlotte, North Carolina at Resident Culture Brewing Company. Come in, sit down, watch a great wrestling show. It's going to be awesome. But this is the one for NAWA that I am really looking forward to. NAWA War Games. 2 rings, 1 cage. And listen to this. It says the Thunderdome cage has evolved. I love that. It's going to be Saturday, July 27th at the Burke County Fairgrounds in Morganton, North Carolina. Doors open 6, bell time 7. It's a little ways out, but ladies and gentlemen, we're talking war games. You know, teams going in. Only one team can survive. 2 rings, 1 cage. What a great show. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. ACCW, July 13th. Drew Hood, one of my favorite. If you told me right now to sit down and make a top 10 wrestling list for independent professional wrestling in our area, Drew Hood would definitely be on my top 10 list. And he's going up against one of his toughest matches ever in his career. He's going up against the TNA Impact heavyweight champion Moose at the Hidden Night Center. Right there, July 13th. You don't want to miss that. ACCW, that's going to be a great match. Next, we have APW, The Asylum. June 15th, 122 Builders Court in Boiling Springs. All proceeds for this show is going to be going to the School for the Deaf and Blind Foundation. So show up and show out there in Boiling Springs at APW, The Asylum. Look at that cast of characters. A lot of great wrestlers on that poster, ladies and gentlemen. I know almost every one of them, and I know they're going to show up and show out for APW. Also, Red Dawn, New Millennium Championship Wrestling presents Red Dawn, June 22nd at the Kings Mountain Armory. Doors open 6, bell time 7. It's $10 at the door, 5 and under are free. This is another show I will be at. I will be at SNEW on the 22nd, HWA on the 15th, and New Millennium on the 22nd also. And I'm just going to have a great time without a doubt. I don't see a poster. I don't think I got sent one. So Wrestling for Christ, somebody send me some info. Wrestling for Christ also has a show coming up. But I don't have the information. Oh, she said I was wrong. Okay. All right. Well, maybe they don't have a show. Well, hopefully they can get a show together because that's a great show, ladies and gentlemen. Wrestling with Christ is always a great show whenever they put one on. It's never wrong when you have Jesus involved in a wrestling show, ladies and gentlemen. It's never wrong. So let's go ahead. I think I'm going to call it a night unless somebody else wants to come on and have a talk or they want to promote a show they're going to be on or anything else. They want to ask questions. If anybody has questions they want to put in the comments about me and my misfortunes over the last 2 weeks, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If not, I'm going to call it a night, and we'll have hashtag Truth tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Without a doubt. I'm looking forward to it. Let me see if I can get the poster up. Because I am really excited about this. I should have had this loaded earlier, but I wasn't thinking. That's what happens when you're out and missing. You forget a lot of things. Here we go. Charles Fuller is going to be on tomorrow. He's a great referee. Very, very enthusiastic and excited about being on hashtag Truth, and I'm excited to have him on here. We're going to be talking to him the whole hour, and just if you're ready to pick the brain of a referee in our area, come on, have your questions ready, and we will have a good time. I was thinking about making that a referee week, but with all the stuff that I've missed, I'm going to give an opportunity for all the people that I passed over. If they want to reschedule, get a hold of me. I'll reschedule you right away. You guys have first dibs of future shows. So if you come back to me and say, hey, Scott, I know we missed, I want to get on your show anyway, I will reschedule you right away and we will get you on. But ladies and gentlemen, I've had a great time. I hope you guys have had a great time. As you can see, I'm feeling better. Tuesday, that's going to change for about 2 or 3 days, I'm being told. I've still got a bunch of sutures in my mouth that, you know, if I put the wrong food in my mouth and press it up against the sutures right up here, yeah, right there. You see the teeth are gone. Some teeth gone down here. Yeah, it's not a good day. Take care of your teeth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm serious. Take care of your teeth. I learned a lot from my dentist and my doctor over the last couple of weeks. Do you know that the same plaque that goes on your teeth when you don't take care of your teeth is the same plaque that builds up on your heart to give you a heart attack? I did not know that. I'm 450 pounds. I'm bad out of shape. I've got a lot of health issues. And if I would have known that, I would have either pulled or took care of my teeth a long time ago. And I'm already noticing since they've pulled the first lot of teeth out that I'm feeling a lot better in other ways, not just, you know, my mouth. It's other things aren't hurting as much. So take care of your teeth. If you're young out there and you're listening to me, if you're a teenager, take care of them teeth. Brush. Trust me, 5 minutes, couple times, 2-3 times a day, it's worth it in the long run. You do not want to go through what I'm going through. They stuck me 15 times in my mouth because I was so infected that the infection was eating up the numbing agent. It was literally eating the numbing agent and wasn't numbing my mouth. So, yeah, take care of your stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Thank you for showing up. I've had a great time. Don't forget all these great shows, SNEW, HWA, NAWA, ACCW, APW, The Asylum, and New Millennium Championship Wrestling. Don't forget to go out and support your local indie wrestling shows, and that is the hashtag truth. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m.